What are the various constituents of the domestic sewage? Discuss the effect of sewage discharge on a river. So student in this question will understand the components of the domestic sewage, what is present in a domestic sewage, and when the sewage is released into the water, what are the consequences. Now first coming to the first part of the question, the components of the domestic sewage. Now the domestic sewage includes biodegradable organic matter from the kitchen and the toilet. It can be a human excreta, it can be organic remain from the kitchen, vegetables, or biodegradable substances. Along with that, there are microbes such as bacteria and the paper fibers. Along with biodegradable organic substances, pathogens, there are dissolved salts such as nitrate, phosphate, sodium and calcium. And some toxic chemicals can also be present in the domestic sewage. So there are useful substances like organic matter, nutrients like nitrate, phosphate, pathogens like bacteria, and toxic chemicals in the sewage when this is released into the water. So here in this picture we can see the sewage which has been released. Now this is a municipal sewage which has nitrates and phosphate in it, and then from the houses there is a nutrients, that is detergents, are entering into the water. From the agricultural field, the nitrates and phosphate from the fertilizers are entering into the water. From the manure, so here from this farm, the manure runoff from the farm, that is nitrate and phosphate ammonia which is present, that is entering into the water. The municipal sewage, the discharge of this treated municipal waste enters into the water. So like this, all the sewage which is entering into the water from the various source, it can be from the industries, houses, agriculture field, or a farm, or the sewage treatment, they have the basic components, that is biodegradable organic matter, pathogens, nutrients like nitrate and phosphate, and toxic ions and organic matter. Now when all these waste are introduced into the river, lake, or any water body, this leads to a condition called as eutrophication. So eutrophication has many characters. So first, when there is a nutrient added into the water, so more food is present in the water now. Now this food can be for phytoplanktons like algae. So sunlight is there, nutrients are there like nitrogen and phosphorus, so they can make use of these nutrients and can start growing excessively. So here we can see there is an algal bloom. So whenever you observe a layer of algae in the surface of water, that is more layer of algae in the surface of water, that means that water body has nutrient rich, or it is called as eutrophied water. Now always eutrophication promotes the growth of phytoplankton. So when the phytoplankton's growth, there would be depletion in the oxygen in water. Now this reduction of oxygen and the presence of poisonous waste affects the fish population and are unsafe for human consumption. Now we can come to this link here. So when the algae grows in a larger quantity, larger number, they have a shorter lifespan and they will die. So after their death, decomposing organisms will increase. Now these decomposing organisms, they feed on this dead organic substance, that is algae, and for that they use the dissolved oxygen present in the water, and the amount of dissolved oxygen would reduce. Now along with that, when the algae is increasing, they produce certain toxic chemicals. Now reduction in the amount of dissolved oxygen and the toxic chemicals causes the mortality of the aquatic organism. So without oxygen, the aquatic organisms fails to survive, and with the presence of these toxic chemicals, many other aquatic organisms will die. So eutrophication, first it promotes the growth of phytoplankton, then it promotes the growth of decomposers, oxygen concentration reduces, then the aquatic organism will die. And along with that, the pathogens which enters into the water body, they also multiply larger number, and these pathogens can spread and cause waterborne diseases. So all these increases the biological oxygen demand, reducing the dissolved oxygen concentration and increasing the death of aquatic organism. Now these are the effects of the domestic sewage when it is introduced into the water body. So first it leads to eutrophication, then final impact would be the death of aquatic organism and spreading more disease.